Hi everyone, this is Lensman Oz and welcome to episode 12 of my Let's Play series of Pickle Pack Magical 2. Now, I hope you enjoyed the, bonus episode for a Monday. I am going to continue trying to do that because after thinking about it, there's a bit of a gap between the Saturday and the Wednesday episodes, so if I can fill it with a Monday one, you guys are happy to watch it, I'm sure. I'll do that. So I said I was going to get the altar up to level 3, to tier 3. So I've done that. It just involved a lot of killing mobs. And I've made mostly sacrifice runes. I've just got these 1 blood runes, in the middle here. I've put Carpenter's Stairs with, this is a Botania brick, which is stone bricks with 4 netherrack in a plus sign. I thought it probably ties in quite well here. Nice stair. So those are just carpenter's blocks with those blood bricks or whatever they're called in it. I've also added, if you shift right click with a piece of glowstone on a carpenter's block, it adds a light source to it. So there's a light source in all 4 sides, in the middle one here, and then same down here. These second one out from the middle type, or one out from the middle type thing, just to light up the area. And I plan, you can probably notice I've knocked a few levels off this dirt, hence the chests are right up in the air now. I plan to continue digging it down as I build the altar out in tiers and make a nice tower area here. Now the mob spawner is working quite well since I put the cursed earth in. I'm not sure. Off camera, I put in a window. Just used some dark glass from MFR, I think it is. No, Extra Utilities. The dark glass. I've got the lights on at the moment. You can see the cursed earth has spread quite nicely in there. And the other thing I did, I found that the mobs were getting caught on the bricks and just sort of standing there. So around the back here, you can see the lever already. I put a few fans, and they're basically pointing in between. Let's turn it off for a second. They're pointing in between each of the rows of blocks inside, and they do quite well to push the mobs. Caught on the wall there. Push the mobs down these gaps towards the belts and then down the hole. The only issue I'm having at the moment, because you can't kill them if they're too low on health when they reach the bottom. The sacrifice doesn't count. So I'd put a block of water and a sign. If you can see out there, you can see the sign and the water. The only thing that doesn't like it, obviously, is the Enderman. They hit that and go teleporting off in all directions. So I'm not sure of another way of doing it. Kind of sounds like there's something in there. I'm not sure of another way of doing it. So if you do have another idea, I've tried a ladder in there, and they just kept getting caught on it. You can think of another one. I don't really want to expand it. It's generally not. I don't know if it's going to be a permanent feature or not. I will say I had to change this for obsidian because I kept having creepers blowing up here and taking out mainly just this slab they'd take out, but it still damaged the area, and I'd have to go and get something and put it back in. Now this, if you haven't seen the Blood Magic altar before, the next tier down is down 1 and out 1 pretty much, or down 1 and down 1 and out 2. So the layer has to be here. There doesn't need to be anything under this block, but I do have one of these bricks I think I put under there. And then I've got these 2. These blocks can be anything. And then glowstone on top. I'm not sure if I can use chiseled glowstone. I'll try that because I don't really like the vanilla texture of glowstone. There's a nice chiseled one. Also, you can see the Thorncraft Tower is starting to take a bit more shape. I've got the altar set up on top. I'll walk up there now. So yeah, you can see all the work in progress. Should have a sign around it. Building under construction or something. I've been working on this corner here to try and get the look of the transition between this part here and this bit up here. I think I got it about right. It's this sort of wavy texture there, but it looks alright to me. So we'll head on up top. Now, this is the other bit I'm not 100% sure on a way of getting up there. I've settled on this at the moment. I'm not sure what I'll put in this room. I may end up putting, I don't know, maybe I'll move the alchemic furnace up here and have the jars of essence or essentia up here in this room. I plan to close it all in and put the windows in, etc. So going up here, I've just set up the infusion altar. I might go probably out another 2 or 3 out here. I definitely am hurting for flight. I really need to get onto flight somehow. I need to get a nether star for that, I believe. But I think it's looking quite nice. Tell me what you think in the comments. I believe it's looking really good. I'll just have a quick nap on the top of the hill here, top of the tower. I'm still debating whether to build a power plant, so to speak. So we can move this little power setup. Maybe I will build a power plant over here, just a building, smokestack or something, and put the power generation. Perhaps I will make a machine shop. I'm not sure. Still undecided on that sort of thing. And once we start building the AE system, we'll work out from there where it's going to go. Other than that, not too much more design-wise or building-wise has been done between episodes. I'm still trying to gather up the resources I require to continue building this without too much effort. Alright, I have got a couple of quests to hand in. Let's have a look here. Now in Amateur Magic, we're almost finished this now. We're getting pretty close. The rubber seeds and rubber essence had finished. All I did was just pick it up, put it in my inventory, so the book handled it. And you can see on the tooltip up there, we've got 202 rubber essence. So that's going all right. What I have done is the ones that have hit 200. So your Technicolor, your Earth, Fire, and I think that, not sure. I've put them into, hang on, let's have a look, in the filter here as a blacklist. So the pipe won't pull out water, dye, fire, and earth. Just so we've got more room to do other items in here at the moment. And you can see in the chest here we've got these seeds we're just waiting. They're the ones that won't pull out. So there's more room to do the other plants. So I'll hand in that quest. Oh, sacred rubber, that's a huge tree. I don't believe I'll be planting that. That might cause a bit of lag. So all that's left now in the magical crops in basic is to grow the armor. Now for the armor, I have all the ingots I require. It's a full set of armor, which is 24, I believe. Full set of armor worth of material. But when you make it, you also require a full set of diamond armor to go in between it. And that's the bit I'm lacking at the moment, is the diamonds to make a full set of diamond armor. I have a few in a barrel in here. I have 18, so I need another 4, and hopefully I'll be able to put that together. Probably next episode I could do a bit more mining in between. The extra bit you can see here, I've got a tank here with all my XP. With all the killing I was doing or sacrificing I was doing of the mobs, I was getting a bit worried. I was starting to get up around the 40s, 45 mark with my XP. And the last thing I want to do is die and lose all that. So just made an XP drain, which is quite simple. It's just 9 iron bars. So just fill the crafting table with iron bars and you get the XP drain. And then these are just open blocks tanks, which are 4 obsidian around the outside and a plus symbol of glass panes, and that gives you 2 of these tanks. They hold 16 buckets. So all you do is just stand on top, and any XP you've got in your on your person will get drained out. So apart from that armor and the Twilight Forest here, we're almost done with amateur magic. So in intermediate magic, got a couple to hand in. I built the terrestrial agglomeration plate, I believe it's called, and I placed it down here. I did try to make some, and the issue I have is I can't transfer mana quick enough from the mana pools to this. I've even put the lenses on to increase the amount coming out. I turned this one to point towards it, and it didn't even get half done before 2 of the items despawned. So, bit of a downer. I will maybe put a few more in, or perhaps I'll leave it for now before I make any more terrasteel. So that's, you get 1 terrasteel as a reward. I'll claim that. And all that's left then is this overgrowth seed, which I can't get it until I find it in a dungeon. Oh, I believe, oh, there is a flower, isn't there? There's a flower we might be able to use, which gives you dungeon loot. What's that one called? Let's have a quick look here. Functional flora. I've seen Direwolf use it actually. Not exactly sure what it's called. I'd have to go through all of these. I know there is one, and it just uses mana and gives you stuff from dungeon loot. So I will. Got junk everywhere. Need that AE system. Let's give this a spot up in here. Let's see. I've got to unlock it to take that out, don't I? Just put that in there and relock it. The key away. Right. You might see the ender chest here in the floor. I used some of the blaze rods and I made an ender chest and an ender pouch. I just found it a lot easier because I'm mining right down at about level 10. A lot easier than walking all the way back up that ladder. Just throw it all in the chest, and this has got a you can see the item duct down there. It's got a servo underneath, and it just pulls the items out and deposits it straight into the controller, which then puts it into any of the drawers it's already got place for, and yeah, and any item that goes in there will get pulled out. And I'll demonstrate now. Just throw this in here. That should show up probably up in this one because the drawer's unlocked. Any items pushed in any drawer that's unlocked, it will find a spot like that. And any of the locked drawers, obviously, it can't go into. So I'll probably make a few more drawers, put them up here, just for the moment, till we get a nice big AE system built. I'm still debating. I do like trying different things. I know this pack definitely uses AE, but I like a wall of items isn't too bad. But then you've got the whole crafting ability of AE, so yeah, I'll change over. There's no point debating it. It's going to happen. Let's throw this back in here. Yeah, whatever, wherever. Right, so that's the last one. I'll have to get that. I'll research that flower and we'll go from there. So on the blood magic side over here, I'd already made the orb. I think I made that at the end of the last episode. I just didn't hand the quest in. So Apprentice Blood Orb gets 6 blank slates. I'll go throw them back out in this chest out here to the little automated system. And the Runes of Sacrifice. Obviously I've made a lot of Runes of Sacrifice here. And look, I get a bonus one. So that'll give me one more. I might. Let's just put it here. why not? So you can see that's still set up for the Runes of Sacrifice. All it requires is the level 2 slates in there. So I did put all the items in required for a whole level of sacrifice runes, but in the end decided to just place these in here. I think I can, now that we're at a tier 2, I think these blocks will now count. I don't believe they count, tier 3, sorry. I don't believe they count if you're only a tier 2. Anything you put here doesn't make any difference, but once you get to 3, I'm pretty sure that now makes a difference. So I might put some, the ones that allow you to store more blood in your altar. Augmented capacity, I think they're called. I'll probably end up putting some of them in. So that one done. I will maybe head towards this Magician's Blood Orb. What does that require? Spelling. Magician's Blood Orb requires a block of gold and 25,000 LP. So my altar can only handle 12 at the moment. So I can either have the spawner running and stand there and sacrifice and hopefully keep it full enough to do this, or I can try and get those augmented capacity. Don't think I need that. Let's see which one I can use. I can use the master one to make that. I'll need a couple of these imbued slates, so I think that's tier 3. Yeah, tier 3. So I'll have to set up this setup and get a couple of these slates before I can make them, and then I might just put the 4 around the top or make up enough there that I can hold a bit more life points in my altar before I try and craft. So in Thorncraft here, I made the Golemancers Bell. Where have I hidden that? It's here. Golemancers Bell. Used to tell the golems where to go and what they're actually going to be doing. And I have prepared... I think I have prepared the items up here to make a golem, which is the next quest. So the quest is... let's just hand that in. Quest to make a straw golem. Now a straw golem... got water in there. Straw golem requires hay bale, and it requires three of your essences or your essentias. It requires 4 of the soul aspect. Let's just do this with the book, it'll be quicker. In the book. Golems. A straw golem requires 4 humanus, 4 motus, and 4 spiritus. Now these items I've got here, the skull has 4 spiritus. Each of these have the motus. They've got 1 each, so I need 4. And the rotten flesh has a humanus, 1 each, so I need 4 of them as well. So we can just, without standing in the cauldron, would be good. Throw this in. You can see there we've got and that should be the 4 of each, and then the hay bale. And I get a straw golem. Let's get rid of that extra essence in there. Away it goes. That's why I want to build that area out there with the chimney. You can see here that'll get stuck. There's a block just sitting there stuck. So you can come outside. Here we go. That'll be the next issue. It now gets stuck on the upper floor. So I'll definitely have to move it out, and hopefully I can work a way of smoothing it out and running it out through a chimney. see how we go. Then again, I may be able to get to the automated version of the creation through the Crucible, and that should alleviate any of that issue. Right, so Straw Golem, and he just, I haven't given him a task yet. You can hand that in. That's one of the next items to do, is to make the animation core. I figure I will go through the process of making the animation core to do the decanting here, which is an infusion. It requires the infusion altar at the top to do that. So that'll be, I'll get prepared. I'll perhaps do the whole infusion on camera. Maybe the next episode. We're getting pretty far through this one so far. So I'll prepare myself. I'll get the required ingredients I need. And if you look here, to do a alchemy, I've unlocked all of these research here. To do the alchemy one requires a jar and just 3 water bottles. It also requires 15 aqua, 15 modus, and 15 Procantio, and the decanting animation core, which is just 5 aqua, 5 aqueous, and the blank one, 4 bricks, and an itor. So it's not a hard crafting setup. I just don't have everything I need at my fingertips to make it worthwhile doing on camera here. Now, what else did we have? I believe there might be, here we go, there's 2 more in here. I've made an item transfer node. I'm not sure if you noticed, I've actually got that on the altar over there. As part of the automated system to make the blood magic tablet-y things. These things, the slates. So you can see here I've got the transfer node, and in the transfer node I've got a hyper rationing pipe which only allows 1 item to be pulled. It'll hold as much in its inventory, it'll hold a stack in its inventory, but it'll only push 1 item at a time with the hyper rationing pipe. So I've made the node. BlackPro has made a small adjustment to these recipes as well. So your regular transfer node requires pipe, enderpearl glass, and 3 thaumium. And I think, yeah, he's changed the pipes here as well to give you where you have to use an item duct in the middle. And it only gives you 4. I think the normal recipe gives you 8. Correct me if I'm wrong, or even 32 or something. It's a lot more than 4. And yeah, so that's item ducts, just tin and hardened glass. So I made one of them to set this up. I did try with pipes and I couldn't work it out, so I went to the node. And we'll claim those 2. We get the world interaction upgrade, which is good for making cobblegen, or even like a vacuum hopper. You can use a node with a world interaction upgrade. So if you hang a, say for example, you had a chicken farm or something that was dropping eggs and stuff everywhere, you could put the node down with the world interaction upgrades. And depending on how many you put in, depends on how far the node picks up. Now you can see I've got a lot of cows here. A lot of cows. I did place down the breeder. I made them a few episodes ago. I placed down the breeder just because I figured I may as well use it. You guys are very loud. Very loud. So I placed the breeder down, gave it a go. Since put the lever on, turned it off. Also placed the rancher down. Now the only problem with these ones is that they don't have the ability to upgrade. I can't put an upgrade in like you can with the farms, and you know, I can't put these radius increases in, which is a bit of a bummer. But that being said, I've got 16 buckets of milk now, and this is shearing sheep whenever they get in the range of it, which is a 3x3, I think, in front of it. If I get my little precision hammer out. You see the green section there? Those two green sections are the rancher and the breeder, respectively. You can see they don't quite cover as much. I think it must be a 5x5 area. So what I might end up doing is moving that and setting up a full system where you've got a couple of 5x5 pens, and you've got one pen where you do the breeding and use the rancher to harvest milk and etc. And you just have, I don't know, maybe 4 of each animal or 6 of each animal in that area. And then you have, I think it's called a chronotyper. And what it does is once the animals breed, you can set it so it pulls the babies out and puts them in another pen. And once they're in that other pen, you can actually have it sounds barbaric, a slaughterhouse. So once they grow to adults, they get killed off, and you can collect their items. Not sure if I need it. I always seem to have tons of steak to eat, so I'm not hurting for food at the moment. So perhaps it's not really required, but you never know. We'll see what happens. So that was that. And craft a transfer pipe, which obviously I had to do to make the node. And we can either have a sorting or a filter. I don't really need either. But whatever. Now, I did say in the last episode I was going to talk about the enchantment table here. The reason this is here, and if you don't know what these are mana pylons from Botania. They're quite simple to make. Let's have a look here. Mana pylon, 2 mana steel, mana diamond, 2 gold ingots, gives you a mana pylon. 2 of these are equivalent to 15 bookcases. It allows you to do level 30 enchants with just 2. So I don't bother with the bookcases. I think they're a bit messy. I mean, it's alright if you have the type of build where perhaps you've got a house with a library in the corner, or you're doing that sort of thing. But this is a bit cleaner. I just like the look of this a bit better. And when you place them down, they're on the diagonal with 1 block in between. I don't think you can put them here now. I think it's got to be in these corners. And then yeah, I mean, you'll know as soon as you put an item in whether or not it will enchant properly. So that's the reason I put them there. I started to say I started working on the quarry. So for the quarry, I'm going to need another pump. But the thing you needed was magical wood. You need 8 magical wood. And magical wood needs enchanted books. So all I did there is I put the enchantment table down. I didn't put the pylons down straight away. And I just enchanted a bunch of books. I think it must be about 64. No, 32 books. Just with level 1 enchant. So just used my experience and just made random level 1 books. I believe the higher the level is with the books, the more wood you get if you make it. So if you make let's see here. What have I got? Do this properly. The magical wood. I'm not sure. Oh, that's interesting. That would have been easier, but it's 8 buckets of liquid XP. I'll remember that for next time. That's a lot easier than enchanting 8 books, but it's the same level, I guess. Yeah, so I think depending on how many or how high a level these are, unless it's been disabled in this pack, which I'm not sure. I know in regular packs if you use higher enchanted books, you get more magical wood, but Blakeborough has made a lot of changes, and that could be one of them. Let's see if there's any more to hand in before we wrap up for today. Don't believe there is. There's no more quests to hand in. Slowly working. Hopefully these things have been recording as we do it. See, we've got to make all these for these. Yeah, there's the chronotyper there. Got to make it anyway, so may as well use it. Grinder. Yeah, so there's a lot of items still to do. Wow. 100 buckets of each metal. Yep. That's going to be fun. And then all the aspects. I've almost got all the nether ores. I got a few to go. Silver, lead, lapis, pig iron, and platinum. So, oh, and emerald. Sorry. So I'm getting closer with that one, and definitely get some good rewards for that. Submit 1,000 of each flower. Really, Blake bro? 1,000 flowers. That's almost as bad as the we're doing here. It's been here. These seed quests. I made the 8 nether seeds. Grade 8 nether seeds, and they're running in the farm at the moment. Farm up to 1,000 nether essence. That's going to take a little while. I may end up needing to make a couple of extra farms for this and a few more sets of seeds. Otherwise, it's going to take forever. And that's for each of these. So I need to do that for nether, redstone, mana steel, glowstone, obsidian, tin, copper. Guessing that's lead. And this is probably iron. And that might be silver. That's going to take a while. I definitely need to work on some more farms. I still think the lily's working a bit faster. But each time you make one of these seeds, let's take the nether seed for example, they require the 4 items around the outside, so glowstone, mana steel, whatever they are, require the crucio essence, which requires 4 of the accio, which requires 4 of the minicio. That's a lot of that green essence. That's, you know, to make those seeds alone, you need stacks and stacks of the green. I have a bunch running, and you can see there I've got 239. I've got 2 of the orange ones in there. Got a few of the yellows here at the moment. But you can see, let's just grab, well, can't quite grab 4 stacks. So let's just do 2 stacks worth. I'll put the other ones away. The infusion stone in. That gives you 32 of these. Swap the stones out, and it gets you 8. That's 2 seeds worth from 2 stacks of the green. So it's going to take me a while. It will take a lot of it will be off camera, I'm guessing. I might, when I can, go through and make. I've made the one glowstone one so far. So, made 1. I'll try and make the 8 of each of these items, obsidian, mana steel, redstone, etc. I'll try and make the 8 and get them running. And I'm considering the second farm to be right here. So just back to back, feeding into the same pipe. Maybe even into the same chest. I wonder if I can do that, if I can put it right here. And it should output to the chest itself. And I can hook up. You can see I've run the pipe here, the fluid pipe down, and that runs around here, down to that sludge boiler. And then I can use the power off here too. So I might make another harvester and another planter. Build a farm right here. And I don't know what it's going to do with the seed. I don't know whether I might have to put a filter perhaps. I don't know. Otherwise I'll do a really long-winded pipe going this way, pipe going back that way, and just so they all have the opportunity to plant and be planted, and and work for us. So I've rabbled on and off. Let me know what you think so far, if I'm going the right direction, if you like what I'm building, any hints and tips, and please like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't yet. I always enjoy getting the emails saying you have a new subscriber. It's definitely a good feeling, I guess, that I'm I'm doing the right thing for you guys and you're enjoying the videos. Alright, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. See you guys.